The screencast you're about to see is a demonstration on how to use the Accelerated Reader reading program. This program is great for students to use at school or at home. It allows students to choose books from the Media Center, read the books, and then go through the AR program to take comprehension quizzes over what they have read. It allows teachers to see how well students are comprehending the books that they choose on their own. In order to get the program started, I have typed in the web address in the search bar, and I'm going to type in a username and a password. This username and password will be given to you by your media specialist. And I'm going to click Log In to get us started. And here's the home page for AR. And you will notice that this homepage is also titled Renaissance Place. The Renaissance Place is the website that houses all of the AR tests. So we go through Renaissance Place to get to the Accelerated Reader. So as you can see, we have several tabs to choose from. You have the Renaissance Place tab, Renaissance Home Connect, you have the Accelerated Reader, which is what we're going to be working with today, Keywords, and the STAR Reading Program. So let's go back up to the Accelerated Reader tab. Underneath this tab, we have Class Record Books, Reports, Manage Quizzes, Preferences, and Resources. Through the Accelerated Reader program today, I'm going to demonstrate how you can pull up your students' test scores and how to determine what score the students have received on their quizzes, as well as how often students are taking tests. As well as looking at the students' scores, we're also going to look at how we can set goals for our students. Each 9 weeks, there's the option to set goals and percentages for your students. So we'll start off under the Accelerated Reader tab and click on your Class Record Book. This is your Class Record Book page, and as you can see from the drop-down menu, we have selected My Classes. As a class or as a classroom teacher, you will see that your name will come up as well as your school name. You need to make sure that it is correct, and according to your login, it should be the correct name and school. Alright, so the first thing we're going to look at is how do we look at our students' scores. So we have some options to choose from here, and the first option we're going to go with is the Reading Practice Quizzes, because this is the test or the quizzes that students will take on each book to determine how well they're comprehending. So click on Reading Practice Quizzes, and you will notice that a list of your students' names will come up. Students' names are listed along the left-hand side, as well as the latest quiz results. So these are the most current quizzes that students have taken. As you can see in this class, there are four students that have taken quizzes. It lists the date that the quiz was taken on, the title of the book, and the score that the student received. For this first student, you can see that she scored a 100% on her test. The blue check mark means that students have passed the test. If students have a red dash, that means that they failed the test. The score tells you what percentage students got when they took the AR test. Having this percentage is great and allows teachers to go through and look at the title of the book that the student has chosen. Because if students are consistently failing their AR quizzes, it could be because their reading level is set for too high, or students are not checking out the correct books from the Media Center. So this is a way for you to view your student scores and to see who has passed and who has failed tests. It also gives you the opportunity to see who is taking AR tests and who is not. The next thing we're going to look at is setting a goal for the students. So that way we can determine what is it that students need to score in order to get a blue check mark for a passing grade. So in order to set the students' goals, we're going to go over to the left-hand side. We're underneath the Reading Practice tab. You will see the tab Goals. This is the page we're going to click on in order to set the percentage goal for the students. This page, the View Reading Practice Goals and Record Book, you will notice at the top drop-down menu will be your name with your school and then a marking period. The marking period is the first, second, third, or fourth 9-week grading period that you currently are in. So as you can see, we are in the second 9-week grading period. A goal has been set for these students at 85%. So what this means is students need to score an 85% or better on their test in order for it to be marked as a passing grade. This page shows you the goal. It shows you what students have achieved, and as well as their points. For each test that students take, they will earn points, and the AR computer system keeps up with the points for the students. So in order to set this goal, we're going to go up and we're going to select a marking period. The marking period is the grading period that you are currently in. So in order to select the marking period, this is the screen that will come up. You will notice that the second, third, and fourth 9 weeks have been chosen. So we're going to click the Save button. And we're back to the screen that we were originally on. Now you will notice that the goal has already been set for these students, but that is because we are still in the second 9-week grading period. If we click the drop-down menu, and we'll select the fourth 9 weeks. Here you will notice that the goal has not been set for students. So in order to set the goal for students, you can click on the Edit Student Goal tab, and you will see that your students' names will come up as well as a goal that you can set for them. The first goal that automatically comes up for all students will be an 85% because that was the previous set goal. By clicking the drop down arrow, you can change it to where your students do not have a goal, or you can go from 85 to a 90%. For the fourth 9 weeks, we're going to keep this class on the 85% goal. But if you would like to change it, then you have all of these options. You just simply highlight the one you would like and click on it. And you would need to go through and do this for every single student that's in your class. This also gives you the opportunity to set goals that could be higher for some students or lower the goal for some students. Once you have set the goal, go to the top and click the Save button. So now you will see that a goal has been set at 85%, and this is for the fourth 9-week period. This has been a tutorial on how to use the Accelerated Reader program. We have learned how to view our students' test scores to see who has taken tests and who has not, as well as set goals for our students.